Okay, ladies, I'm going to show you how to manipulate your half scale sloper so that you can create a different design options. You can utilize page 92, 93 in your textbooks, and I'm going to use waist dart slopers that you have, and I'm going to trace this one. So with this waist dart, I am going to distribute this dart intake two different places. I'm going to leave a half of the intake where it is, and second half I'm going to move into the side. Okay, so number one, I am going to indicate length and cross grain on my blue dot paper. There we go. I'm going to trace this. And make sure I indicate my apex. Apex is right here. I'm going to connect this line to all the way to apex, all the way to apex. There we go. So as I mentioned before, I want to keep, this is about more than 2-inch intake here. I'm going to keep the half of the intake and the half I'm going to transfer here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to find out the center of the dart. There we go. So now what we'll do, I'm going to draw red line here, which is your side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slash those red line all the way to apex, that right here, and I'm going to fold only half. There we go. So what happened, there's a half of the intake has been transferred here. I'm going to take this, so we will still keep the half of intake as a dart, and we're going to have a dart on the side. I'm going to add a piece of paper underneath so that it has a space. There we go. There we go. Now the next step, we will go through the drawing process. Fold this. Make sure to take this. You can use wheels and through this. There we go. And you will see all this dot line that has transferred here. This is how much you need, and this is your center of your dart. And now we're going to go through the same process. We'll go through drawing process. Fold this and tape, and use a tracing wheel through this. Take off your tape. Now you see all the dotted line. There we go. And this will be your center of your dart. There you go. Can you see this? Before you had one big dart on a waist. Now what we did, just using some of these manipulation techniques, you're able to have two different darts, one in the waist, one in the side. This is of course working pattern, and you can write down dart on waist and side. This is your half scale, and you can put your name, and this is your working pattern. Now what you need to do, you need to trace this one on another blue dot paper. You need to have a full center front with the seam allowances. I'm going to skip that part of demonstration because I already showed you numerous times how to do it. So you must have a working pattern and a finished pattern in your binder. Okay, so move on to the next one. Now, when your customer come over, yes, I want to might have a bigger shoulder, and can you make it something that, you know, the garment typically I buy in the market doesn't fit my shoulder, so the customer come to you. So what you can do, you have to think about it, what is the best way to cater that your customers need. Probably will be best have the half of the dart on the waist, have a dart right on the shoulder, so you have some of the intake, you can relieve, let it out, let it in on the shoulder. So the way you do is, it's very simple process. It takes about 3 minutes to change your pattern once you develop your sloper for your customer. I'm going to trace this. And indicate cross grain and transfer your slopers right here. Excellent. And apex, indicate that. Connect this dot, connect this dot. Excellent. And this is your center, half of your intake. Now you're going to go to shoulder, measure those, a half of the shoulder. Right now it's a 2.5. Half of the measurement is 1.25 right here, label A. You're gonna connect this dot. I'm gonna use red color pencil. There we go. You're going to flush this all the way to your apex. Now you're going to transfer your half of the intake by folding your waist dart in half. Tape this, and you're going to add a piece of paper. Tape this together. There we go. So your next step is going through the chewing process. Put a tape here. Add something underneath. There we go. Undo this, and you see all this dot mark. That's how much you need of fabric when you cut it. Excellent. This is your center, and we're going to go through the same chewing process on the waist. Fold this too. Take this. Use your tracing wheel. Trace this on your waist. Let go. And this is the fabric you need underneath, and this is your center. There we go. This is done. And you see this. You had a big dart on the waist. Now you're able to have two different places. And this is where you can also create a princess line as well. So this is your working pattern. And this is a dart on waist and shoulder. And then now what you need to do, you need to trace this one full center front, add a seam allowances, and have a finished pattern and put it in your binder. So once again, if you have any question, please let me know.